Well, it is now about 20 minutes to 11 here in Zurich, Switzerland. I just went down to the lake. It is really hot and sticky. And they took away the benches that were in the shady part that were near the water. So I decided after a short time that I would just come back and sit in my apartment where I have air conditioning in one room. That is not super effective, but better than nothing. And I realize that I'm pretty spoiled because there are a lot of places in Europe and elsewhere around the world where there is no air conditioning at all. And now we have the Alligator Alcatraz that Kristi Noem and her ilk are all crowing about, sending undocumented people there, and gleefully talking about how if they try to escape, they'll get eaten by alligators or pythons or whatever strange wildlife is in the Florida Everglades. I'm sure that I've actually never been to the Florida Everglades. I have been to Key West and I've been to Miami, and I went in September, and I remember that it was hotter than four hells, especially in Key West. So I can't imagine that that's going to be a pleasant place, and it really kind of saddens me to see so many people excited about it. No matter what you think, these are still human beings. And I know that I wouldn't want to be treated that way, so I don't want to see other people treated that way. Even those who are criminals, and it seems to me that few of these folks are criminals. They're just people that were not born in the U.S. and have come across the border. That used to be a very minor offense, and now it's turned into being deported, sent to gulags. And we have many people who are telling us that we should just minimize it and basically dismissing anybody that gets caught in this as a criminal. No consideration whatsoever for their story or why they might have come to the U.S. No compassion for the fact that that's a human. And frankly, quite a lot of ignorance. It's sad. I shouldn't be sad in a place like Zurich, though. It's a very nice city, and Bill has been enjoying his short course. And he's met some interesting people, including there's a lady from Iran that he met, and some people from Russia and Brazil, and there are a few Americans, and of course there are folks from all over Europe. And I have a feeling that if we're allowed to stay in Europe, that this could be a very familiar place for us, because I think he's either going to take more of these types of courses, which he doesn't get any credit for, or he's going to just go ahead and matriculate. But I'm not sure how he's going to work that, because the Institute, the Carl Jung Institute, requires 3-week blocks, and I'm not so sure he's going to be able to do that with his job. So I don't know. He may decide that it's time to just go and buy a house somewhere less expensive than Germany and just go ahead and do this. But we'll see. For now, he's really enjoying himself, and I'm just kind of passing the time. Yesterday I went to the botanical garden, which is very close to where we're staying, and that was very nice. It was free of charge. One of the few things in Switzerland that's free of charge. And I keep going to the lake. It's very interesting to go to the lake because it's like watching life unfold. There's a woman that's been there a couple of times this week. She shows up with her bike, and wears earphones and dances for about 45 minutes, completely oblivious to anyone. And people do yoga, and they go and swim, or they get on one of those, I guess it's called a wave rider or something. They look like pogo sticks with little surfboards on them, and people just balance on them and just kind of ride. Looks like something I would have enjoyed doing about 40 years ago. I'd probably enjoy it now, but I don't think I'd be very good at it. It would be an exercise in comedy to watch me try. And, I mean, I could be doing things like going to museums, but it's a little warm, and there aren't a lot of places with air conditioning here. So I'm mainly trying to hide from the sun and bide my time. Wish I had brought my guitar. I usually don't bring my guitar anywhere. I thought about bringing it this week. I think it would have been good if I had, because then I could at least practice. And I've been missing making music, but it's not really practical to do that when you're staying in an apartment and you can hear other people around you. So Monday, I'll be back home, and I'm sure there'll be something. I'm pretty sure there'll probably be a parody that day. Or, at the very least, I'll do a straight song. Because I'm pretty sure that's why anybody even watches my channel. I've actually had one person actually sent me an email and told me it's better when I sing. That he really likes it when I sing. So I guess he doesn't want to hear me speak. I don't have the magic of Tom Powell or, any of the very popular people on YouTube that speak. I don't have that magic. They just want to hear me make up a funny song. And not that many either, so. At least I can be funny about it, right? By the way, I wore this today because I'm running out of clothes that are not sweaty, and this one happened to be clean, and somebody did tell me they loved it, so that's good. Didn't get anybody frowning at me with disapproval, which is quite common in Germanic countries. Nobody frowned at me, but I did get compliments, so that's a good thing. Anyway, I don't have much else to say. I think I'm going to do some writing and watch some really crappy old TV shows or something. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves and trying to stay sane in all of this craziness. And I don't know if there'll be another video from Switzerland. There might be, but either way, have a good day. See you next video.